Hello and welcome to New Eden Now, the official home of the Jaque Pot Lottery drawing. I am Nicholas Wattier, in-game name Trogdor Montague and or Jaque Pot. Just wanted to introduce you guys to the lottery and to New Eden Now. I plan on making this a weekly or semi-weekly series of live broadcasts regarding the online game EVE Online. Now, I've been playing EVE on and off for, I want to say, about 4 years or so. And one of the things that really attracts me to the game in general is the way that it's such a sandbox. You know, if you're into combat, you can go do combat. If you're into business management, you can create businesses, and there's a stockholder system, and you know, there's all kinds of awesome third-party stuff like EVE Online Hold'em or EVE Poker. There's I Want ISK. One thing that I felt was missing in the world of New Eden was a progressive jackpot lottery system. And I had this idea a while back that I could easily create one and run one. It's fully within the rules of the game, so why not try it, right? So that's what we're doing here. For those of you that haven't heard about Jaque Pot, it is a progressive lottery similar to that of Megabucks or Powerball that we have here in the United States. The idea is half of the amount of each ticket gets thrown into a jackpot pool, and then the person that wins the ultimate prize gets the collective winnings from all of those ticket sales. And then there's lesser prizes as well, but the idea here is that once we get a lot of players rolling, the jackpot value will get bigger and bigger and bigger, and there should be some really cool prizes. And what I'm going to do today is give you a full disclosure look at how the lottery works and the way we run it, as well as, you know, drawing the numbers and the winners. So first thing I'm going to do a little screen share here. Let me get that activated. I will be drawing our numbers from random.org, which you're going to see first. But I want to point you over to our website here, corporate.jackpot.com. Now it looks a little funny because I'm logged in as an administrator right now. Let me log out so it looks the same as what you all see. This site is for our ownership team. We actually have 12 investors that have purchased shares in the Jaque Pot Holdings Corporation that holds the funds for the lottery. Here we have some people looking to sell some shares, some people looking to buy some shares. We also have the bylaws document, and all of the latest news is down here. So if you want to navigate over to this yourself, you can follow everything I'm going to do tonight along with me. Everything I will do, every click I make should be constructed by the bylaws. Also, I want to point out here, we have sold 19 tickets for tonight's drawing, which is not a lot. I'd like to see us closer to 3,000 per week, but 19 is a good start for us considering we didn't do any promotion. These are the valid ticket combinations that have been sold. This is freely available for you all to look at, as well as seeing it on my live stream screen right now. So I just want everybody to know that this is a truly fair drawing. I'm not going to cheat anybody out of this. I'm withholding the names of who bought the tickets simply for their privacy's sake. I don't know that everybody wants the whole world of EVE Online knowing that they're playing this lottery or that they're winning or anything like that. So that being said, today's show is a little special since it's our first drawing. I'm going to show you inside how I work the system, how I make it function. And really, I'm going to screen share my random.org so you can watch me pull the numbers. I'm going to screen share the wallet transactions that happen behind the scenes. So you can actually see we've got several billion ISK in an account to pay out prize winners. We also have, you know, roughly 18 million worth of ticket sales that you'll get to see, and you'll see how I move those funds so that this is really a true free experience. Now, future episodes of this show, I want it to become more of a news program talking about what's happening in the world of New Eden, as well as having interviews with other players or corporation leaders. I'm using Google Hangouts for our YouTube broadcast, which makes a really nice system for us to do multi-location broadcast. We can actually have a bit of an interview show. In fact, if you're interested, contact me in game, either Trogdor or Montague. For some reason, it's not showing up on my screen. I don't know if you can see it. Should be right around here. But contact me in game, that or Jaque Pot, Jaque space Pot, and we'll get you set up to be on one of our future broadcasts. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look first at an explanation of how Jaque Pot really works. And I'm going to preface it saying, in theory, because everything that I have done so far is based on the law of averages. Okay, so the way Jaque Pot functions, we have a pool of what I'm referring to as black numbers. Imagine, if you will, a bin full of ping pong balls numbered 1 through 50. I'm going to draw 4 numbers from that pool of 50. They cannot repeat. Then imagine I have a completely separate pool of gold ping pong balls. There's 30 of those, and I'm going to pull 1. So there's a chance that I could draw 1, 2, 3, 4 in the black numbers, and I could draw number 3 as a gold number as well. But I couldn't draw 2 number 3s out of the black number pool. Pretty simple to understand. Now, the way that math works out, there's a total of just under 7 million combinations of numbers. So if you're the lucky person that chose that one combination that I pull tonight, you win our Jaque Pot prize. And that is, again, like I said, progressive. It's saved from a pool of half of every ticket sold. Now, something important I should mention, if by chance we do not have a pool of funds, as is the case tonight, we sold 18 tickets, so it's going to be about 9 million-isk in the Jaque Pot pool. That's not good enough for me. What I did with our investors, we amassed a pool of funds. It's several billion. I'll show it to you in a few minutes. Those funds are simply for the sake of paying out the Jaque Pot if we haven't made anything yet. So I'm going to guarantee, if we don't have enough money in the Jaque Pot funds pool to buy a Plex, we are going to fund the purchase of that Plex or cash equivalent in ISK. So the 1.5 billion roughly, or whatever the current value of a Plex is at the time that you win, you are guaranteed that at minimum. Now, once we sell roughly 3,000 tickets, that's actually where the math works out, and I should be able to show you that in the spreadsheet somewhere. Once we sell 3,000 tickets, we will have enough Jaque Pot pool funds to pay more than that. So the hope is, as more people see a big pool of Jaque Pot money, more people play, and it kind of becomes a snowball effect. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger until somebody finally wins, dumps us down to 0, and then we got to sell 3,000 tickets again to get up to that level of having a bigger Jaque Pot. Go back to screen share here. So again, these numbers are publicly available. There is a link. This one won't work for you. There is a link that shows you the this section here, B through I. The other stuff here on the side is extra that I keep kind of private for myself, but I'll share it for you in this video. So the neat thing is, these numbers are based off of millions. So the smallest prize you can win is doubling your investment. You pay 1 million ISK to play, and 2 million is the smallest prize. You have a 1 in 38 chance of winning that. 1 in 42 chance of winning 5 million. 1 in 0 14 of winning 10, and so on up the chart. Up here, these are all, and as you can see me navigating around, you can watch up here, this is all a formula system, typical spreadsheet. And like I said, if you want this, send me a message. I'll get you the link to where you can actually navigate this yourself. 91% of all of the money we collect goes right back to the players in the form of prizes. Now, again, this is based on the law of averages, so there's a chance people might not get lucky. We'll have extra money in our pool. There's a chance people will get super lucky, and I'll be losing money for a little while, but that's why I have billions in the bank. On average, every 17 tickets you buy, one of them should win something, at least double what you invested in that ticket. So again, I can't promise. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme by any means. This is a calculated, just like, for me, again, I live in Wisconsin. I go to the gas station. I plop down $2 on Powerball. I might win $500 million. I might win 100,000. I might win my $2 back, or I will probably not get anything, as has been the case for the last 10 or so years. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on down the spreadsheet. Sorry, gotta get my screen sharing turned back on here. There we are. So what I wanted to show that's a little different that I haven't shown anyone yet is an example of the long-term results of the lottery. Now, don't read too far into this yet. I'll explain as we go. But what I did, I went to random.org and I got 5,000 random numbers. And I simulated what a lottery would look like. And if you really want to see right here, this example draw sheet, these are the random numbers that were purchased. And I have a whole bunch of formulas. Oops, sorry. I have a whole bunch of formulas working that help me determine whether we have a winner or not. But I did a true random draw simulating if 5,000 tickets were purchased. This is how many won the 2x. This is how many won the 5x. This is the 10x, and so on. In that first drawing, we had $5 billion in revenue, because 5,000 times a million. The jackpot increased by 2.5, so that was more than we needed to meet the minimums. The actual payout on that day was 1.9 billion, spread across 303 different winners. So out of the 5,000, 303 players ended up taking something home, which was about 6% of the players. And if we go back to our example sheet, we were expecting about 6.2% of players to take something out. We ended up at 6.06. Now, in terms of profit, this is what me and the shareholders are splitting. It should be an average of 9% from draw to draw. We also have our jackpot balance here. Now, what I want to show, I'm not going to go through in detail every single row. I had an increase in how many players we have. There's another increase. But on the 9th draw, I finally said, all right, I want to see what happens if I, as the lottery holder, get super, super lucky. So what I did, I applied a formula which finds the most commonly ordered gold ball, right? That's our Powerball, for lack of a better term, our gold ball. And I forced that to be the number that was drawn. So a lot of winners happened that day. And I did lose money on that drawing. The great thing is, when we look at the accumulation, we have enough in the bank from the other lotteries to cover that. Now, we're still paying out over 10 billion ISK to players. And yes, I'm losing 742 million. So again, for me, yeah, there is a profit margin. And not only is there a profit margin, but it's a reasonable one. If you look at the type of games that I'm playing here, 50% of the money goes to the lottery company, and then the rest of the money goes to the prizes. This is 9% going to the lottery company. And there's a time investment. And like I said, I want to make a show that's going to be valuable for you to watch in the long run. Let's head into Eve. Sorry, I haven't gotten totally logged in yet. I just got to click a couple buttons here. I haven't tried my Google Hangouts with this, so hopefully it works well. And I'm not planning on doing this every week anyway. but I do want to get in there for tonight. Let's go to a windowed mode. I think that would probably work better for me. There we go, windowed mode. And get the corporate wallet open. Okay, let's do some screen sharing. Now, for those of you that are following along and want to see how this works and make sure that I'm following the rules, first let me screen share our bylaws page. Again, that's on corporate.jackpot.com/bylaws. I'll go there now. There's a nice link right here. And when we go down, I believe it's section 7. Let's see. Lottery rules, okay, that tells about buying tickets. Here, wallet division usage. This is what I'm going to follow right here. So I'm going to resize that and throw you guys into looking at Eve. Let's screen share Eve. So while you're looking there, I'm going to go ahead and get my bylaws up on the other half of the screen where I can read them easier. All right, so what you're seeing right now, this 13.6 billion-isk in the emergency fund, that is the money that was raised during our IPO phase where I was selling shares of stock. That money is strictly there to pay out prizes that we can't afford because we haven't sold enough tickets yet. This should never be a problem. We should be profitable. We should always have cash in the bank. But that money, I have it capped at 10 times the minimum jackpot. So if a month from now we decide to raise the minimum jackpot to 3-plex or to 5-plex or to 10-plex, that emergency fund is going to grow until we hit that number, and we will not pay that money back out to shareholders until we are at that emergency fund level. The master wallet isn't an even number like you would expect because I am taking a 5% tax in-game against myself to try to replenish that emergency fund, as well as to keep liquidity in the system. So you're really seeing 18 million worth of ticket sales. So what I'm going to do per section 8.4.1, I'm going to move all income from ticket sales to the tickets purchased wallet. So from here, I will transfer ISK from, and I'm going to send it to our tickets purchased wallet in the amount of 18 million. I'm going to say, these are the 6 to 16 ticket sales. All right. So you see that money move. Now this master wallet income is just going to stay there. If you read through the rest of the bylaws, a percentage of that will be paid to our shareholders as profits. Some of it will also be moving to the emergency fund since we are not at our minimum for what we want in the emergency fund. So the next step in the bylaws 8.4.2 is to move 50% of tickets purchased into Jackpot Pool. So we will transfer from this wallet to the Jackpot Pool in the amount of 9 million. Go. Did I just cancel it? Whoops. Let's try this again. Transfer from here to the Jackpot Pool, 9 million. Okay. It isn't moving. What's going on here? Sorry about this, guys. First time for everything. Got a little rough here. Ah, it moved it twice. This screen didn't update. Put this back. I'm going to close that window and reopen it here because I don't like the way it's showing up. I'm going to have to open a trouble ticket for this because it's not doing what I want it to do. Let's go to my journal and take a look at the ticket purchases. There's nothing there. Let's take a look at the jackpot pool. There's 9 million there. Well, this is embarrassing. But there should be 9 million here. Let's go ahead and transfer from the tickets purchased per 8.4.3 of our bylaws. We're going to do 9%. So I'll grab my handy-dandy calculator. And we're looking at 9 million, which is available. And we're going to multiply by 0.09. And that is the number there. We want to send this to our assumed margin. Now, this is the number that may be sent to our shareholders. What we do is we give our shareholders their dividends once a month. And my hope is to have 4 drawings a month. So that number is never going to get huge, but it is going to be there. Now, here's the tricky part. Number 4 is to take the remaining value of tickets purchased. So I need to go here and find out what our tickets purchased value truly is right now. What did I do wrong, Eve? Where's my money? Did I take? No, I did not. Okay, here we go. Now we're up to date. So the jackpot pool has the 9, the assumed margin has the 8, 10. All of this remaining balance of tickets purchased needs to go to our prize pool. Now we are on track. So we're going to take it from the prize pool. We're going to transfer it to, or sorry, we're going to take it from tickets purchased. We're going to transfer it to the prize pool. Boom. We missed a 0. Here we go. And go. So that should blank out the tickets purchased and be ready for motion. Let's see if that wallet division screen will update for me. Doesn't look like it, but that's okay. There's probably a lag there I just never knew about because I haven't done corporation wallet management. That's a new element to me. So I apologize for all the delays on that. Next time I'll do the math on paper and just make a couple transactions and be done. But I wanted to be transparent in showing you how the transactions work for our first drawing. Anyways, let's get to the drawing. So you have seen that the funds have moved. I have 8.1 million available in the prize pool to pay out to prizes based off of our ticket sales this drawing only. 18 people purchased. There's 8 available to pay out. There's 9 million in our jackpot pool, so the minimum anyone could win is 1.5 billion unless Plex is higher now. I haven't checked. We will see what happens. For the fun part, we go to random.org. Let's get this screen share going, and let's draw some winning numbers with random.org. So, like I said, we need 4 balls that cannot repeat of a pool of 1 to 50. I guarantee there is a more elegant way of doing this, and I'm working on doing that, but it requires a little bit of programming, which I'm going to work on at a later time. So let's start with 1 through 50. Our first number is 18. Our second number is 35. Our third number is 11. And our fourth and final number is 9. From a separate pool of 1 through 30, we draw our yellow ball, or our gold ball, and that number is 8. So here's the fun part. We have 18, 35, 11, 9, and 8. I'll head over to our live data spreadsheet where we have all of our purchase tickets. Right up here, I enter those winning numbers. Now, I don't have to do it this way, but I'm going to put it in smallest to largest order. 18, 35, and 8. And it looks like we have 15 million in winners. I will verify that number, and I will send out that 15 million ISK to our winners. So thank you very much for watching. This took almost exactly a half hour, which is what I was shooting for. If you would like to be on, message me in-game, Trogdor Montague, TROGDOR or JAQUE space POT, and we'll get you on. Next drawing will not be next week. We will be in 2 weeks. So be sure to buy your tickets. We'll see you then.